Top 10 facts about water. Water is the lifeblood of our planet and the most essential compound we know. So let's dive into the top 10 facts about water, starting with number 10. The fact that water covers about 71% of Earth's surface, which means oceans, seas, rivers, lakes, and glaciers, dominate the landscape and shape climates, ecosystems, and even human civilization, since every culture and nation has been influenced by its proximity to water. And number 9 is the reality that water exists in 3 states: solid, liquid, and gas, and it transitions among them through melting, freezing, evaporation, condensation, sublimation, and deposition, which is a scientific wonder because few substances are as versatile in their phases. And number 8 is the fact that water is the only substance that expands when it freezes, which makes ice less dense than liquid water, and that's why ice float's a feature that allows aquatic life to survive beneath frozen lakes in the winter, which in turn preserves biodiversity and entire ecosystems. And number 7 is that the human body is made up of around 60% water, meaning everything from our cells, tissues, and organs relies on water for hydration, chemical reactions, temperature regulation, and survival. And without it, we can only last a few days before organ failure sets in, which emphasizes how deeply tied human life is to water. And number 6 is that water has a high specific heat capacity, meaning it can absorb and store lots of energy before its temperature rises or falls, and that stabilizes climates, moderates weather, and makes coastal environments more temperate and habitable, which is crucial for both human and animal survival. And number 5 is that the ocean holds about 97% of Earth's water, but most of it is salty and not directly drinkable. So humanity relies on the tiny fraction of fresh water locked in glaciers, lakes, rivers, and aquifers, which explains the global concern over clean drinking water shortages and scarcity, since accessible fresh water is less than 1% of all the water on Earth. And number 4 is that water is sometimes called the universal solvent because it can dissolve more substances than any other liquid, which means it's responsible for carrying nutrients and minerals and chemicals across living organisms and through Earth's systems, from the bloodstream of humans to the flow of rivers, transporting silt, minerals, and pollution alike. And number 3 is the astonishing water cycle, also known as the hydrological cycle, which includes evaporation from oceans, transpiration from plants, condensation into clouds, precipitation as rain or snow, and collection in rivers and lakes before flowing back to the ocean, in a never-ending cycle that maintains life, climates, and landscapes across the globe. And number 2 is the looming crisis that billions of people around the world still lack access to safe, clean drinking water and sanitation, which leads to disease, poverty, and death, showing us how vital it is to protect and manage this resource sustainably. And finally, number 1, the most important fact of all, is that water is not just a chemical formula, H2O. It is the thread that connects ecosystems, whether health, culture, spirituality, and survival. And it is something every living organism depends on, without exception, which makes protecting it the most urgent responsibility of humanity.